Welcome, welcome. Well, come on in. My name is Gurutej, for those of you that don't know me, and I love teaching. Well, welcome. I want to talk about something that is really dear to me. Two things: art and energy. Somebody asked me the other day, why did you call your course The Art of Energy? And I said, because art implicates creativity. It implicates aliveness. It implicates juiciness. And when we have that in our lives, when we're creating, when we feel like, we have the juice and the clarity to create, our lives are just what that says: alive, energetic, aware. And art to me has been something that's been with me. When I was in college, I took a couple of art classes, and I was pretty terrible. Truth be told, I was pretty terrible at realistic, and one of my really good friends was really good. And it was just interesting to see how good he was and how not so good I was. And then when I was running a spiritual community, I had zero time to myself. And I would go steal like a little bit of time at night. Like literally we slept 3 to 4 hours a night. So I would take like an hour and I would press flowers, and I would make cards with pressed flowers on them. Something to just, have that creative moment that was mine in my day. So then when I came to LA, I started taking art classes, and I'm going to take you through that whole journey at another time, because it's a very interesting journey of when we, what we do from our head and what we do from our heart. You can do art from your head too. And it's usually not very good, right? But I really want to talk today about the art of life and how to bring that juiciness into our life. And then I'm going to share with you one of my latest ones. It just kind of seems to bring that into. So here we go. Okay, I have a hard time with Zoom screens. I know nobody else does, but here we go. Let's do it. There we go, a little bit better. So this came to me after a really kind of challenging experience with my art. Somebody wanted to buy a piece of my art, and the price they heard was very different than the price I quoted them. And when they went to pay, I was like, oh, okay. And you must have misunderstood, and this is a price. And they were like, oh, I can't afford that. So then I directed them to a place where they can get a copy of that which they loved, which is always an option too, a print, right? Not the original. But this came in like, okay, how do I reclaim my energy from having this misunderstanding, from somebody going, oh, that's too expensive, I can't afford that, this, which it's not personal about your art. It's a statement about their lives and their energetic state, right? But sometimes you can take things personally. So I just got my stuff out and just said, I'm going to create something that will give me energy back. And I had no idea what I was going to do, literally, except that I wanted that little laughing Buddha in there. It was like, okay, he's got, the surrendered arms, the like, come on, give it back to the universe, trust the universe. And I had it on a really big sheet of paper, and it was really little. And I was like, that's not gonna work. So I cut the paper in half and I brought it in, and the joy kind of just radiates out from it, doesn't it? Everyone that's seen it has said joy, transformation, joy, joyous transformation. And that's the important thing, is that art talks to people. What the artist goes through when they create a piece is one thing, but what it inspires and brings forth in those who get to see it, whether it's in a gallery, in a museum, in your home, wherever it is, you want those things close to you. You can tell a lot about a person when you walk into their home and you see the art that's on their walls. The art that's on my walls is art that either me or my daughter has created, and a picture of the temple and some of my teachers. That's really the art that's on my walls, period. So it speaks of my energy that aliveness that's coming through me. So look at you and say, okay, what does the art hanging on your walls say about you? Ask yourself, does it bring you joy? Does it, wake you up to some situation in the world? Does it, talk about your spiritual or religious beliefs? Does it, speak to, what does it speak to? What is your art that's hanging on your walls in your home, your apartment, your whatever? What does it say to you? What does it say about you? So two things. What does it say to you? And what does it say about you? I want you to think about that and act like a stranger walking into your home, and walk in and see, like when you look around, does your art reflect that which you love? And does it reflect you and your energy? Because that's really important. It's really, really important to know, does it? Doesn't it? Is there a disconnect? Sometimes people just have art that other people have given them, or that's been passed down in their families, and it really doesn't connect to them. They just have it there because it was given to them. I know people like that. I've walked in their house and I'm just thinking, this art says nothing to me about who this person is. Nothing. And have art around that makes you feel alive. And when you look at it, you just love it. You feel like, yes, art makes you want to create. That's really the idea of most artists, is they want to wake you up and get you to take action on something, political thing, a spiritual aspect, something that wakes you up. This Buddha, this fantastically fabulous, fun Buddha, and the birds of peace above him were really meant to wake me up and bring me joy, and then radiate that out to the world. So I want you to look around in your beautiful place of living, right? Aren't we so much more in tune with our living place right now? And, we've done a lot of usually upgrades during this time because we've gotten to spend a whole lot more time in them, and we're much more aware of them. So I'm asking you to look at the thing that a lot of people have not looked at yet. It's the art that you have. Does it serve you? Does it speak to you? Does it speak of you? Does it let those who come in know what you're passionate about, what moves you, and what does it do for you? So please leave me comments below and converse and let me know, like, what your art is doing for you, to you, and says about you. All right, I'm going to do more of these on art and energy, because art is an energy. It carries an energy. Does it carry an energy of like, oh my God, that was such a challenging time? Does it carry an energy of a really beautiful scene? Does it carry an energy of joy or transformation? Or does it carry an energy of like, oh my God, what does it carry an energy of? And what does it do for you? Thank you so much. It's Gurutej. You can see my art on my site, gurutej.com, and many other sites that I'll be listing on here that you can go. And even if you can't, we can make everything art. I'm going to talk about that next. Okay. What can we make art? How can we make our clothes art? How can we make everything we have art? Blessings.